Hi there, and welcome back. My name's Simon, and in this video we're going to be making a Paracord Dog Lead for Maggie. She needs a new lead, so I'm going to weave one out of paracord. It's going to be a tactical style dog lead with a clip so that I can use it to tie around something and clip her on. If I need to tether her for any reason. The other end will have a little spring clip. So let's have a look at what we need. So firstly, you're going to need some paracord. I've got 100 feet of 550 paracord here in green. Obviously you can use whatever colour, 100 feet's about right. You will have some left over, but you know, this makes a dog lead that's about 1.5 meters long. That's how long I want mine to be, and 100 feet is about right, and I'll have leftover paracord afterwards. So paracord. I'm going to need a clip, so I've just got a simple plastic buckle, which is what's going to be used at the end of the lead to fasten it back to create a loop through which you can put your hand. So you'll need a small clip that will be suitable for threading paracord through. I salvaged this off another bag, but you can obviously buy these. You're going to need a clip for the other end. So the clip I have is a small 2-inch stainless steel spring clip. This is powder coated in black, but it is A4 stainless steel, and I got this off eBay from a company called Carbolts, carbolts.co.uk, so you can get them from there. It's actually the only place I could find them powder coated in black. I didn't want silver you can buy anywhere, but I wanted the black ones. Okay, so you'll need one of those, and that's the end that you'll actually clip onto your dog's collar. Now tool wise, you're going to need a pair of scissors for cutting paracord at the end to cut the tails off that once you've finished. You'll need a lighter because the paracord, if you don't burn the ends after you've finished, it tends to fray and come apart. So you'll need a lighter to sort them out. And then I've got a couple of other things which will make life easy for you, because you're going to be dealing with something that's long and having to weave it. I want a way of fastening it, so I'm going to be working on this tree here. And with this bit of rope, I'm simply going to tie it around the tree to create a fixing point, okay? And I'm just going to attach my work to this so that I can keep it taut. So that's going to be one end. The other end of the work, I've got a bungee, which I'm going to attach to it, and a tent peg, which I'm going to put into the ground so that I can keep some tension on my work, but there's still a bit of stretch in it, to make it easier to actually weave and to move the paracord as I go. Okay, that will become clear when I set it up in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clip my stainless steel clip onto here, onto the bit of rope which I've tied around the tree. Okay, and that's what I'm going to work off. Now the paracord is obviously a long piece of paracord you're going to be working with. And find the centre. The best way to find the centre is to get your two ends, hold them together, and just pull the cord through your fingers. Okay, until you get to the end. So that's your centre, and then from that you have two working ends, which should be 50 feet long each. Now, I want my dog lead to be about 1.5 meters long, as I said. So I've measured that out on my body to help, and I know that is an outstretched arm about to my elbow here, okay, which is probably what that roughly is. About there. That there is about 1.5 meters. Okay, so that point there I need to pinch together. All right. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass that through my clip like this, so I have 1.5 meters coming through like this, and then up here I'm going to tie them off. So take one at a time, okay, and you're going to pass on one side, you're going to pass the paracord over. This bit here is the bit leading to the loop, okay, so that goes to the loop. Okay, it's fed through, and I want to come over and back through again. Okay, so what I'm pulling through is the working end, yeah? The end rather than the side with the loop on. Obviously you've got a lot of paracord you've got to pull through here. This will get easier as you go, but to begin with, you'll find you have a lot of paracord to pull through each time. And as you get towards the end of the lead, there'll be less. Okay, so that's through, and just pull that off, tighten it up. Okay, and do the same with the other side. Over, yeah, over the bit with the loop on, and through, and pull everything through. And pull it up tight. So you should have something that looks like this. Okay, these two here, these ones that run down here, they go to your loop. These two here that come off the side, that one and that one, they are the working ends. Okay, so that is the start. That's how you fasten it before we start to weave. Okay, so next you need the male part of the clip. You've got a male and a female part. Okay, you need the male part to begin with. Okay, so just put the female part down for 1 minute. And you're going to go to your loop at the end, and you're going to pass that through and through, like this. Okay, so it's passing through this bar here, okay, the middle bar, all right, and then you're going to go through again, okay, to create something that looks a bit like this. All right, and you're going to pull that along until you've got enough to create your loop for your hand to go through. All right, so you imagine you've got the other part of the clip on the end there. Your hand will go through here, and that's where you will hold the dog lead. Okay, so far you've got this. We're then going to grab the female part of the clip, and we're going to thread that through. This is the loop at the end. Thread it through like this. Right, and then you're going to put that over the loop, over the clip rather, and then back on itself like this to create a lark's foot. Okay, so you've got your clip attached to the tree. You've got two working ends. You've got your loop, which is 1.5 meters long. You've got the male part of your clip on here, and you've got the female part at the end, which will form the handle of your finished dog lead. Okay. Now we're going to get the bungee. I'm going to pass the bungee through that clip, and with your peg, we're just going to fix that to the ground over here somewhere. Okay, now we can start weaving. Apologies if you can hear background noise. That's my neighbour doing something in his garden, making a bit of a racket they are. So apologies if you can hear that over the camera. Right, so it doesn't matter which side you start with. You're going to make a loop, and you're going to take that loop over the top of the two strands going to your bungee, which form the loop. Yeah, over the top, and then with the other side, you're going to take that over the top of the end of that loop, okay, like this, through and through that loop there, okay, and pull through. Now you've got a lot of cord to pull through initially, but like I said earlier, that gets better the further you go, because you end up using the paracord up. Okay, and there we are at the end. Pull tight, like this, okay. And that is the start of your weave. This is called a Solomon weave, incidentally. Take the other side. So your first loop was on this side. Now you're going to swap over and you're going to make your loop on the other side. Over the top and through, and pull through again. Okay, and just pull it all up nice and tight after each one you do. Okay, so we've done one on the right, we've done one on the left, we're now going to go back to the one on the right, and you're going to repeat. And you're going to keep repeating until you get all the way down to the clip that you put on, the male clip. Not the one at the end, but the one that is away in from the end of the paracord loop that you made. Okay, so pull it all nice and tight, make sure it's all pushed up there, and you can start to see the pattern being created. Now if you get in a muddle and you can't remember which one you've just done, there's a simple way to check. If you look at the pattern, you can see that there is a loop coming over the top here, yeah, this loop here. That's the side that you start with next. So if you can see that loop, that's the side that you make your next loop on, alright? So there, under, through, and pull through. Okay, so you can see the pattern quite clearly there. Yeah, coming along. It's the same on both sides. This is the way the weave works. And it does take a bit of time. You know, you need to set aside a bit of time to do a project like this. Or, you know, it's the sort of project you could do a bit of, and then when you get fed up with it, you can have a break, come back to it the next day, whatever, you know. So the other thing to remember is to make sure that your two lengths of paracord that are coming down here that form the loop at the end don't get twisted as you go. Okay, so make sure that this sort of thing doesn't happen. Keep them nice and flat as you go down. Okay, so you can see I've nearly got down to the male part of the clip, and at the moment there's nothing to stop that clip from sliding along the paracord. Okay, so what we do here is we go behind it, and what that does is it not only continues the pattern, but it also locks this in place. Okay, so make sure you're happy with where that's going to go. Push it up to as far as you've got with the weave. And then you're just going to carry on, but you're going to go on the underside here. So you're going to trap the loop that you've created going through the buckle. You're going to trap it within the weave. Okay, so my next loop will be here. So I'm going to go over it, under it, pull that through. Like that. And when I tighten that up, that is now trapping that in, okay? And then you just continue the weave just as before. Alternating sides, carrying on the pattern. Okay? And the buckle ends up being trapped and held in place there. It'll no longer move, yeah? Obviously the further you get down, the tighter it'll get. Now you'll see at this point that I've switched. I've undone this from the ground and I've just put it around my waist, okay? I find it easier for the last bit because obviously before it was going right the way down to the ground and I was having to bend down, but now I can bring it up to a comfortable level for working on. Still keeps the tension on. I can obviously take a step back if I need more tension or forward if I need less, and you can carry on. the last bit to the end. I just find that a bit easier. Okay, I've got down as far as I want to get. Scissors, just pull that all nice and tight. Cut them off about 5mm away, and using your lighter, we're just going to melt paracord. Not only seals it and stops it fraying, but also stops it from pulling back through again. Alright, so here it is. There's the handle, snaps together. Now I know that is kind of a weak point really because it's a plastic buckle, but in my experience they're plenty strong enough for a dog lead. And then obviously the clip there. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Just got to try it on Maggie now. Proof of the pudding. Come here, go. That, eh? If I ever need to tether her for any reason, I'm going to go into a shop or whatever and I have Maggie with me, then you know, a post or a tree or a lamp post or whatever. Yes, I know. Are you happy? A new lead. New lead for my dog. Now I mentioned you'd have some paracord left over, and actually there's quite a bit. There's what? 3, 4, 5, nearly 6 meters twice. Okay, so there's 12 meters of paracord left over of the 30 meters that I started with, and they will come in useful for another project, I'm sure. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you found it useful. Obviously, you know, this is a dog lead because I have a dog. Not everybody has a dog, but you could apply the same principle to any number of other uses that you might need a strap for. It'd actually make an ideal strap for a bag or for a water bottle or something to hang over your shoulder. You know, you could use it for all manner of things. I'm sure you'll have seen the paracord bracelets that are very popular amongst sort of outdoor enthusiasts. That's kind of where I got the idea from. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's come out well. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I'd love to get comments. So any comments, just pop them in the section below. That'd be great. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.